Right, I'd say that's a pretty good setup. Welcome, guys. What's up? I like to call this the hot seat, and I kind of enjoy this style of content where it's kind of just raw. I'm pretty good at speaking. I can speak like consecutively for 10, 20 minutes if I have a specific topic to talk about. And actually, today in this video, I didn't really know what to make a video on, and I was just watching Sam Ovens, and he has that similar style where he would just record himself and give advice on a certain thing, and he says that people can sense when the content is forced or it's fake or you're just trying to get a video out. And I know I do this a lot on my Instagram, so I thought, okay, cool. Well, let's just go. And I was walking. I just came in from a walk, right? And I was just like, okay, cool. Why don't we just put the camera on? And the first thing that kind of comes to mind, talk about it, right? So, and people want to feel motivated. They want to feel inspired. They want to watch a video and, get something from it. So it doesn't have to necessarily be pure knowledge and value. It can just be pouring some, inspiration is breathing life into someone, right? So in this video, I wanted to kind of talk about just mental resilience and not giving up on the goals that you've set out, even if you don't know what that goal is and it's kind of foggy, but you just know in your heart that there's something better for you, something you want to work towards. And I'm basically want to, explain the importance of not giving up, and just keep pushing through. And it's something that I deal with myself, I think the interesting thing is, and something I've seen, is that no one's really got it figured out. Even the top guys, people go through stuff, people have difficulties, people have struggles, people go, I think pretty much everyone goes to bed at night and questions themselves, like, am I doing the right thing? Is this going to work? That's kind of how life is. And life, once you get past the age of about 20, 21, it starts to get difficult. It starts to, no one's coming to save you. People aren't bailing you out, people aren't giving you a handout. So you have to basically do everything by yourself. And for some people, that's very difficult. But, that's why we have things like 9 to 5s. You get a 9 to 5 job, it can work. It can make your life a lot easier. Every now and then that goes through my head. If I'm just like, man, should I just get a 9 to 5 and like give up on this kind of business thing? But really, business growth and personal growth go hand in hand, right? So when I say don't give up, what I'm saying is like, keep problem solving, keep figuring it out. Ask yourself these questions. Is it a case of, do I need to do more of this thing that I already know works and I'm just not doing enough of it, and that's why I'm not generating the result I want? Or is it I'm doing a lot of a thing that is the wrong thing, that's actually like I'm spinning my wheels in the mud? And that really, what that takes is, that takes a bit of introspection. It takes taking 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward. It takes a bit of I said introspection, but yeah, thinking, and not everyone's willing to do that in some cases. And people want things and they want it now. They want instant gratification. They want the results straight away, right? And that's just not how it works. You get what you deserve. Input equals output. If you put no input in, you're not going to get a result. And really, there is this whole kind of movement with like self-improvement and personal development. And, you can do all the right stuff. You can read all the books. You can do the meditation. I mean, not that I'm sort of thinking maybe I should stop meditating now. I don't know. You can do all that stuff. You can jump in the cold showers, and yes, you're going to feel good initially. And I think this is something I experienced when it was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm 18 and I'm cold showering and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But like, what is actually your metric for success? Like, what do you define as success? And for me, at this stage, and I think I was watching Hamza actually yesterday, I think actually, just casually click on a few videos on YouTube, and he said something along the lines of, what's going to generate money? And I really think that as you get older, like, money really is your indicator of success. Now, I know people think that's superficial and they're like, oh, well, that money doesn't buy happiness. Money is the root of all evil. But that's really not true, because you cannot tap into your full potential when you've got minus in your bank account. You cannot be all that you can be when you can't eat the healthiest food, wear the smartest clothes, buy the most, informative books. How can you become the version of you that God, the best version of you that God intended, if you are not living in a life of abundance? So I can't really remember where I was going with this, but the point is, the money is your kind of key performance indicator, and that's what's going to determine your success. So you could be doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? If you have a business, you could be marketing great, you could be kind of what's the word, marketing, you could have a great product, you could build a great product, but if you don't sell it and you don't actually get sales and you don't actually get conversions, have you actually had a success? And on the contrary, you could have kind of a crappy product, you could have a crappy sales, but you're just, somehow it's working, somehow it's generating income, right? So what really is success, you know? And I think money is a good metric, but you have to look at it a little bit more broad and think, okay, well, like, okay, maybe right now something's working, but is it going to work in the long run? So when it comes to not giving up, like, there's going to be times in your business, let's say, or in life, where you're going to have ups, you're going to think you're doing great, and then you're going to make a mistake and you're going to fall back down again. And it's the same with things like NoFap, right? You go up, I've done a month, then you make a mistake, you slip off, you fall off the wagon, right? Then you fall back into the pattern again, and then you go, oh fuck, I don't want to be in this position, and you break out of it. Then you go into this cycle, and it's like this cycle that you're in. But really, you don't want to be in this constant cycle. You want to create something that can create a long-lasting success, right? And that's really the secret. And when you're in this process of like fighting through, you can fall into the trap of coping. You can fall into the trap of just trying to numb the pain of your existence, right? You're just trying to have a day where you're just like, oh, I'm just going to watch your videos and I'm going to eat food and I'm going to maybe even watch porn, or you're going to smoke weed, or you're going to just mindlessly talk about stupid things, right? And this is coping. This is procrastination. This is you running away from the thing you need to do. Now, we all have something in us we need to do. And we know we don't need to be told in all cases what that is. In many cases, when you're seeking an answer, it's usually an answer that's in you. Someone's just helping you to see what was already there. And I know for me, like there's certain things that I have questions on as of right now, where I'm like, what's actually wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? You know? And I've come to the point where I'm realized, oh, maybe there's a lot of internal things that need to be solved, you know? Or maybe it's not as complicated as I'm making it out to be. Maybe I just need to be a bit more social. Maybe I just need to go on a walk every day. Maybe I need to change the environment and stop staying in the same spot. You know, maybe I need to improve my diet. Maybe I need to improve my sleep. Maybe I need to, you know, just do something and just keep doing it, I guess. Yeah, maybe in some cases. So like the point is, like, not giving up is great, but you need to couple that with problem solving. You need to couple that with action. And also action, you need to take the right action. It's not just taking action. You have to actually take action that's moving the needle with what you're trying to do. So you really need to think about that. Like for me right now, and I'm keeping this real, you know, I'm telling you like the real stuff. I'm not coming on here and I'm not trying to put on a persona. Like I'm kind of sharing like personal things that I'm going through. You can probably piece if you're smart enough, you can watch this and you can kind of get an insight into my mind. But I kind of want people to see that, because I feel like there's so much content that portrays people as so perfect and so like you can't make a mistake, and people don't like. I thought everyone's trying to be someone. Everyone's trying to be that person who's like a hero, and I'll probably do it one day if I, you know, when should I say, I am successful and I do make a lot of money and I'm helping a lot of people and stuff. There will be a point where my ego gets the better of me. There will be a point where I think I'm the dog's bollocks. Like, let's just keep it real. I'm a human being. And if you've read the Bible, pride goes before a fall, a haughty spirit before destruction. So you will always be punished. There will always be a force that will balance things out. So that's an important thing to bear in mind. But yeah, too much content of things being raw, things being kind of like made out to be what they're not. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely struggles I have. I know for me, it's just a case of finding more clients. You know, there's not a ton of things I really need to do. I've got a good audience. It's just getting a few more guys on board, you know, and I've got a great offer that I have in helping guys quit porn and masturbation. and I'm incredibly good at it, and I've got a lot of people really amazing results that are truly life-changing. So I'm quite confident in that service, but I still want to expand. I want to bring things further, but I can only do that. I can only unlock those levels at a certain point, right? So to tie this back to the original kind of point of the video that I wanted to get across, and also I just want to add this in, I'm not saying this to kind of sound all tough, but like I am fasting. I'm not that far in, I'm like 16 hours in. So you get into an interesting mind, like when you're on a fast, like you go into quite a good, actually I think it could be quite a kind of powerful state of mind that you go into, where you're quite sharp, and it toughens you, and that's to do with the cortisol spike. Now after a certain point of like 48 hours, it does sort of become negative to the body, but it is an interesting thing. Anyway, to tie it back to the point of the video, if you're a guy who is working towards a goal, you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to move forward in your life, do the thing you need to do, and make it happen. And I think surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals that are going to pull you up and put you under pressure to get you there is going to be an asset. And it's something, unfortunately, that I do sort of have, but not as much as I would like. I would love to have a bigger circle, and that's something I'm working on, is getting myself out there and getting myself around guys, potentially even breaking out of the environment I'm in here, in this room, and kind of living this lifestyle of building an online business and helping people and building a brand, etc., 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 right? So don't give up. Times are difficult. And I'm kind of speaking right now in the context, like if you have a goal that you're working towards, but also too, I'm also speaking to people that just don't know what's going on. Like they're kind of depressed. They're kind of not happy. They're kind of like, man, like, what is my life? Things aren't moving your way. Well, you need to sit down and really ask yourself, what do you need to do? Like, what is the step you need to take? Because I guarantee you there's something in you that is like I'm not saying what the ultimate goal is, but just what's that next step? What's that next step? What's that next thing you need to do? Whatever it may be, tick off those boxes like a checklist, it could be anything. It could literally be anything. It could be it could be apply for that job. It could be just go and speak to that girl, but that might be a bit too much, so you might just want to apply for that job, work on your confidence a bit, and micro dose your way to a bigger goal, and rather than comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison will literally destroy you. It will destroy your soul. It will put you in a living hell. And oftentimes you're comparing yourself not to the actual person, but the illusion of the person. That's the thing. And that's what I've come to realize in many cases, is you're comparing yourself to other people, but what you're comparing yourself to isn't even the authentic and raw reality of that person. So it's unfair. It's completely unfair. And but I do think in some cases people are going to be better than you, right, in life. I'll admit that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. There are people going to be more successful than me, that are going to achieve more at a younger and faster rate. So it's not so much, it's about what you're okay with, what you accept, what you want, what is good enough for you. And once you can do that, then you'll be at peace. Then you'll have that sense of peace inside of you. So guys, I'm just kind of rambling. I'm rambling, but I would love to know if you guys like this style of content. I know in the last video I did on the kind of 11 months of semen retention, you were all, I got incredible feedback from all of you. So I'm very grateful for that. And I feel like I've got a lot of wisdom to give, right? And this is how I want to just conclude this video here today. I feel like I've got a lot of wisdom to give. And I think there's like, I don't have all the answers. I'm still figuring out life myself. And I think anyone to think or act like they know everything would be not true. Like, we're all mortal men, we're all humans. Like, we don't have all the answers. So what I wanted to say is, if you have a question, so obviously the style of content, I've already kind of gathered the feedback now that you guys like this, right? You guys like this kind of raw style, which I'm going to keep pumping out. So again, if you do like this style, please drop a comment or drop a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated, because these are the things that like my brain weighs up like, okay, do I do more of this? Do I do less of this? So if you do really like it, please, by all means, drop a comment and like. But more importantly, if you have a question or you have a topic that you want to cover, you want me to cover, sorry, and go in depth in, whether it be a breakup, whether it be a situation at work, whether it be anything, something you're dealing with, whatever it may be, and you have a question, or you have a topic you specifically like, or you have a question, you have a topic you want me to answer, you want me to make a 10-minute, 20-minute video on, of me just talking raw face to the camera, then what I want you to do is either drop it in the comments section below what that thing is, or if you would rather, drop it in the comments, whether it be a situation like that. And I'll also put, I was going to say I'm going to put my email, but then I think if you want me to make a video on it, I'm sure you won't mind putting it in the comments. So yeah, go ahead and drop that in the comments. If anything comes to mind right now, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to have something to answer, because the thing is, in some cases when I'm sat here, it's hard for me to know what to talk about, or like it's hard for me to kind of really dig into an interesting topic that I might have some valuable nuggets of wisdom in there, rather than me just repeating the same stuff over again. So if you have that, guys, I would really appreciate that. And as I said, I hope this video has given you a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration, and that you enjoyed listening. I really hope that is the case. And I'm gonna like take the YouTube a bit more seriously and just do these videos a bit more often, and just see what kind of engagement I can get back from it. So if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and yeah, enjoy today. It's a Sunday. It's probably, when you watch this, it's not going to be a Sunday, so I hope you all have a great week. I hope you all smash it, and I will catch you in the next video. Cheers.